What's up, everybody? Good morning. Yes, Freaky, it's working. How is everybody? Hold on one second. I'm getting all the chat popped out. There's that. There's that. Hello, Pammy. Hello, Gillian. Hello, Nicole. Hello, Freaky. Morning, Andy. Oh, okay, there we go. How is everybody? Eddie be right along. Hey, Jim. How you doing? How's everybody doing? Good morning. Whew. Sorry, we're a little bit late. Had to run for a cigarette. You know how it is. There he is. There's the man of the hour.
Where?
Oh.
Howdy, everybody.
See, Restream is not working on YouTube. What's going on here? Let us see.
Getting ready for the weekend blizzard, Jim says. It's getting ready to start snowing here again, too.
Yeah. What is going on, Restream? Well, it's showing up there, so hopefully everybody can just look up there. For some reason, Restream is not working in the chat, in the YouTube chat.
Got my butt out of bed, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was.
I did. 10:45 last night. Amy, hello.
Hello, Amy. How you doing? Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, it was just nobody was talking in dlive. That's what it was. Hey, I freak out. You know how it goes. How you doing, Amy? Good to see ya.
No, Jim, I don't know. I don't know if your dad's gonna caught a good weekend to come up.
Yeah, I know. He might not. I don't know. I don't know what it's doing in other parts of Alaska, but if he was coming to Valdez, he's not going to get in or out right now.
Well, you ain't got to worry about getting out if you can't get in.
That's true. That is true. How are you guys doing? How's your day today? Wait till everybody goes in here. See what's going on.
Hey, Freaky Geek.
Hey, Freaky Geek.
Well, Amy, it's glad to have you. Good to have you back.
So,
I don't torment anybody. Hey, Patrick.
Hi, Patrick. How are you, hon? How you guys doing? Yeah, I'm kind of glad that it cut out yesterday. I actually had to unplug everything and shut down even Eddie's computer. There was popping going on all over the room. It was kind of freaky. So I had to unplug everything and I noticed my stream deck's not up. So
You got your podcast running?
nope. No, I'll download it and upload it. We'll do it the old-fashioned way.
So they're not going to listen live.
Right.
What if they wanted to call in and leave a message? And
Oh, they can still do that.
how if they can't hear us?
It's just a voice message. It's not like they're calling a show.
How do they know we're live?
They won't. If they come over to YouTube. Oh, thank you for the ice cream. Oh, I forgot to turn on my speakers.
Jesus.
Oh, my
Christ.
God.
Give the woman a day off and shit goes to hell.
I know. See? See what happens? You weren't eating space dust again by chance?
Ooh.
No. Not that I'm aware of. I could have been. But I'm glad it happened that way. That way I could shut everything down. Like, I got scared. It was like I unplugged my computer, went over and shut down his, and just as I was shutting down his, it sounded like,
what the fart?
I know, right? Just as I was shutting down his, there was like a popping noise over here. We don't even have an outlet over there. And I'm just like, oh no. Nope. I went and shut down. I'm surprised I didn't like go and unplug the refrigerator and all that. It was definitely crazy. But there was a big thing going on here to where they were having problems. Not here at the hotel, but in Valdez.
No, I know. I agree with Andy.
But, oh, go ahead. I thought you were going to say something.
I sniffled.
Oh, how dare you? See, I'm all flabbergasted. I don't know.
Patrick says, wow, when I came in, nobody was here. Oh, Freaky lost his power just at lunchtime yesterday.
Oh, see? It must have been a whole North America thing.
Oh, no, I read Freaky's post on Facebook. He said it went out just long enough to where when it kicked back on, you had to reset the time on everything.
See, and that was the thing. When I came up from having a cigarette yesterday and the fire doors were shut, none of the clocks were out. Like the microwave
And all that.
Yeah. I thought it was because we just haven't set the coffee one again. So I looked at that. I'm like, oh, the power did go out. And then I'm like looking at the microwave. I'm like, oh, no, it didn't.
Oh, Nicole, you better get them dogs some cookies. Andy sent them. Oh, today went out, Freaky.
Oh, 2 hours ago. No shit. Well, I hope, don't send it this way, Freaky. Please. We need it today. This is what? The third day I wouldn't have done a show. Well, yesterday at least I tried, though.
No, you did.
Twice. And then I was like, no, what the hell? Okay, thank you, Restream, for clicking up my chat. Okay. Now just freaky shit's going on in the computer.
Not you, Freaky.
Yeah, not you, Freaky. Maybe the Russian, I thought maybe the Russians had you. I know, right? It was crazy. It was a crazy day. But I'm glad that also because I was kind of sick yesterday after I got off stream. Eddie got home and I was just like,
Hi, Rain.
Hi, Rain. How you doing, hon? Welcome. So yeah, aliens. I know. That's what I blame everything on, Patrick.
When Freaky says I got magic I didn't know I had.
See what happens?
Just believe.
Freaky don't take a dump on the computer, makes the keyboards all sticky and difficult to type with. Ew. Yes, don't get the sludge.
Yeah.
How you doing, Rain? Hey, Linz. Did you get my message, hon? I am so sorry. I swear to God, my phone dies at the most wrong times. Thank you for the ice cream, hon.
Thank you, Lynch.
Yeah, I got your message and my phone died, and then I was waiting for it to charge at least a little bit so I could turn it back on, but I laid down and went to sleep.
Because she never does that.
No, I never do that. But I did send you a message back, hon. Oh, you did? Okay, good. You're welcome. Oh, thank you for the ice cream.
Thank you, Rain.
Thank you, Rain. Patrick, if you can smell the keyboard, you're too close, sir. Oh, you guys are nuts. So today, on today's show, it's, Witchy Thursday, Spiritual Thursday, whatever. Thank you, Freaky Geek, for the ice cream. I appreciate it.
They trying to outdo each other.
There's Nicole with the lemons. Thank you so much, Nicole. I appreciate it. We appreciate it.
Yeah, it's new we.
When I say hi, I mean we. So today we're going to be talking about different types of witches. A lot of people just construe us all together in one little thing, and it's not about that, is it? Thank you, Patrick. 2 ice creams. Thank you. 3 ice creams. Goodness gracious, you guys. I appreciate it. Thank you. We appreciate it. God bless America.
Stop trying to correct yourself.
Well, if I don't,
I stopped trying to correct you.
I know.
Hi, Heather.
Hey, Heather. How are you? Yes, everything is up and going today. So, yeah, we're talking about different types of witches. You're the best. That's right. That's right.
The only thing that keeps me down is sleep.
What?
So the only thing that keeps me down is sleep.
Yeah. But we're up, we're going. Eddie put a lot of sugar in my coffee today, so.
I put nothing different. We're doing good, Heather.
Well, either that or I just didn't put enough coffee in the filter when I made it.
That could be too. It didn't look like tar.
Yeah. That's what Eddie calls my coffee, is road tar.
Yep.
Oh, what the fart?
Right?
Exactly. So anytime the roads need done here, DOT gets a hold of her.
That's right. Eddie's like going out there in the middle of the road. Here, do you guys need some more tar?
Trust me.
I can't help it. If it's too late, I get a stomach ache. What can I say?
And I get a stomach ache when I drink hers.
So, happy wife, happy life, right?
No.
No.
Well,
No.
Whoever came up with that saying was full of shit.
As always, if you're listening over on the podcast portion, thank you so much for listening and being a supporter. We really appreciate it so much. I'll say we because if I say I, you guys can't see the look that he gives me.
I don't give you any goddamn look anymore.
Thank you, Heather, for the ice cream.
It's not worth it.
But we definitely appreciate your support. All you guys in here on YouTube and dlive and Facebook and Twitch and all you guys. We appreciate each and every one of you guys for being here. We really do. So again, like I said today, we're talking about. You all right?
Trying to get my back to crack.
I couldn't tell if you were trying to fart or if you were.
Oh, trust me, you would know it.
So, are you saying Missy makes piss poor coffee, Eddie? If so, I blame you, mate. You had enough years to get her properly trained and obedient. Oh, listen to this.
Oh,
shit.
no, it ain't piss poor. It's dark and thick. Oh, thank you, Nicole.
Thank you, Nicole, for the diamond. Aw, from all of us to all of you. You guys are awesome. Thank you.
Anton,
good morning. How is you? So, yeah, it seems like everybody, construes all the witches into one separate group. And it's not. It's not. We're all separated. We're all different people. And really, I mean, if you really want to look at it, it's just a label. You know what I mean? We all have the same power. We all have the same will to do anything. Not will, but ability, yes, to do the same things that witches do. But I like doing shows like this because of the fact that people don't understand the different things that go into it. There's a lot of study. And like, if you've been to my forum boards, I've been trying to work so hard on it to get everything up there. I still haven't gotten half of it done yet. you know, and those are personal spells that I've taken out over. Some of them are mine myself. Others I have copied because I liked over the years. Yeah, the research, definitely. That's right. You got to do the research. And, you know, ones that I have used over the years. There's a lot of different things out there, and we all, like I said, we all have the same ability. It's just basically a label. But to put them in, like, I'm not pagan, I'm not Wiccan, I don't follow a religious aspect of witchcraft. Thank you, Mixcloud, for letting me know that my live show is ready to be published. But I'm my own person, and so therefore I figured I'd go over some of the aspects and go over different ones. Spells, or like affirmation. No, like spells. Like spells. There's, with me, a lot of mine, when I come up with a spell, it's usually right on the spot. Because that's the intention of the moment. When I make up a spell, and like, there's like ones that I have made that worked so well for me in the past, and it's little ones. I mean, it could be me walking down the street and the wind just blowing like rapidly into and I'll make like a shield, and I'll say a spell.
Hurry back, freaky.
To put that shield up. Hurry back, freaky. And like, I can't remember what the hell I said. You know what I mean? So because I'm walking down the street, it's not like I can write it down.
Bitch, be gone.
Yeah, bitch, be gone. No, that's our spray.
Oh, that's right.
You're a lazy wizard. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. But yeah, that's a spray. Bitch, be gone. Bitch, be gone. My spells are always about asking protection for me and others, or sending strength. Never a bad spell yet. Well, that's the thing with me. I do know bad spells, if you want to call them that, because I've studied a lot of different aspects of witchcraft. But I also know if I had to use one, I know what could come back on me. Do you know what I mean? Whether you believe threefold, tenfold. I don't believe in that aspect of it as much as I used to. But I know my own karma will come back in some certain way. So, and that's a lot of it, is people don't really think about stuff like that. And that's why I made the forum board, is to help people understand things. It's like I said the other day, people are like, well, why is there demons on there? Well, I studied demons. I'm not a demonologist by any sorts, but I want to know what's out there, what to protect against, what, you know what I mean? Even though I've never had an encounter, knock on wood, you know, I still want to know what could be out there, right? Just like I studied hey Lex!
Hey, Lex!
How you doing?
Ooh, did you make Lex mad?
No, why?
Melissa?
Are you, oh God, do I owe you money? That's usually the only ones that call me Melissa is bill hunters. Oh, hell. That could be scary. My friend, she is Wicca, and I did some spells, so nothing that harms. Yeah. Teasing spells. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you know, we all fool around with it. I'm sure my kids did. They read all the books. They, you know. I made a spell with Dedra, and the main emphasis ancient to give people happy dreams. There's nothing wrong with that. Oh, so sorry. That's how I know you. No, it's okay, Lex.
I was just giving her
No,
hell,
a
Lex.
lot of people call me different things. I mean, people call me Melissa.
I call her bitch.
Dom calls me Melissa. I think it's the whole French thing. No, but no, he knows me Melissa from the Parachill. So he calls me Melissa, but people call me Missy, Melissa, Shadows, Moon, bitch. Yeah. I bet let's just say I've been called a lot worse. You know. It's okay. It's okay, Lex. Believe me. Jim says, just be careful if you ever use, be careful and use wish for oil. What you wish for oil. I've used that. Definitely. Yeah, you just have to be mindful of what your intent is. Good or bad. Be mindful of what your intent is when it comes to spells. That's why so many of my spells are up right there on the spot. As long as they don't call us late for supper, that is true. That is true, Patrick. But yeah, but it's hard when you first, I know Melissa because of Parachills and I happen to love your name at the end. Well, thank you. Thank you. I'm so glad my mom went with that. And I mean, I used to hate it when I was younger, of course. Everybody hates their name, right? I used to hate it, but then my mom was like, well, I was going to name you Melinda. And I'm like, well, thank you for not, you know.
Hey, Mel. Hey, Husam.
Hey, Husam, how are you? Welcome. I used it once and my ex kept showing up everywhere I was going. Yes, exactly. People don't understand what the intent, hey, Skook, that you put out into the world. You have to be really careful of the intent you put out there.
Hey,
because
you
might not want what you think you want. You know? And especially, I like Rebecca. Rebecca's a pretty name. Especially when, that's why I've never done a love spell for someone. I'll put I like this person. Can you do a love spell to bring them to me? And it's like, not always going to happen that way. That's why I put a love of who should come to you. If that makes sense. I've always liked the name Nicole. Well, yeah, and that was one of the things that, and my kids, they drive me nuts because, well, Ryan, you can't really, I call him Ryan, but with Danielle, like, there was a huge fight between me and my ex-husband about Danielle's name because he wanted Victoria. And I was like, I don't want people saying Icky Vicky or calling her Tori. And when my oldest daughter likes to bug the hell out of me. Because, hey, Terry. Because of the fact that my daughter's name is Danielle, and that's what I call her as Danielle. Well, I call her Bug, but her name is Danielle. I don't want people calling her Danny. And my oldest used to go around, Danny. And I'm like, you're lucky you're my child. I've been Ribuku. Oh, okay. Well, thank you for that, Husam. I'm 46 years old. I think I made it, or 47 years old. I think I made it this far without, You didn't have to delete it, but thank you, though. I'm not worried.
I ain't either. God hates me just as much as my neighbor.
Right? I've been used to it all my life. So, but yeah, Danielle, with Danielle, or Ryan used to call her Ella. But they just do that to annoy me. So how you guys doing? Doing good? Yeah, stuff like that don't bother me just because of the fact that everybody has their own beliefs and whatever, I don't, condone him. I just, hey, it's his belief. in whatever he wants to believe. Man, chat's going by fast.
I know.
I meant to say it rings with when you say it. Sorry, no problem, Lex. Nicole is a beautiful name. Yeah. I've always liked that name. My parents expected I would be a boy after having 2 boys, so they didn't name me. Ah, gotcha. Welcome back, Freaky Geek. But yeah, that's hard too. I mean, my first child, we didn't know if she was going to be a boy or girl. Ryan, we knew, and Danielle, we knew. Excuse me. Just because it's easier that way. And we fought, knowing Danielle was going to be our last, we fought so hard. We had a list like this long on the refrigerator of names. And that was the hardest, but I won. I named all my kids. And I still hear it today, though. Well, you had to name her Danielle.
Better than Victoria.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes, and the ever crazy host. That's what.
That'd be me.
Thank you, Lex. You're awesome. I was like, that's me. Oh, all my kids have nicknames. Obviously, you've seen them come up here.
And it's funny, I'm the only one that can call Ryan Kid.
Yes.
And get away with it.
Yes. Ryan is my bub. Danielle is my bug. My bugaboo, my love bug, all that good stuff. I do call him Matt occasionally. Usually when I'm talking to Ryan and he'll say something snarled, Ryan Scott always comes out. I think I've called him Ryan Scott more than any of my other kids with their middle names. Danielle Lee, I've called her. They're like, Danielle Lee. Nicole has banned me from going look at my porn. I'm going to miss bidding. Also, she banned you from looking at guitars?
Porn site.
It's his porn site. All right, so let's get into talking about this. When you first get into witchcraft, it is overwhelming. I'm not going to lie, because you don't know you don't know. Hey, Blue.
Hey, Blue.
You don't know, and I'm not in any way. Everybody has their own beliefs. I'm just trying to explain the difference between different types. Wicca and pagan are more religious. I am just not a religious person. In any culture. I'm just not. I don't like organized religion. That's my thing. But so it's hard to know which you would fall into or whatnot like that. But the main reason I am talking today is different types of witchcraft. We're going to go ahead and
Freaky, just to answer that question, a spell can work almost instantaneously.
Yes.
Because Freaky asked, he says, how long does it take for a spell to work if you do it correctly? It could happen instantaneously.
Definitely. So the first one is African witchcraft. On the continent of Africa, witchcraft varies hugely from country to country. It is way too complex to be summarized simply as African witchcraft. See, even talking about this stuff, you have to delve deeper and deeper into it. So in African witchcraft, there are healers, fortune tellers, practitioners of black magic. There's also witch finders whose job is to seek out and imprison, torture, and kill anyone suspected of witchcraft. In some areas, the witch is revered as a healer and all-around good person, but in other places, to have the witch whispered about you is a death sentence. It still goes on different continents. It's a big subject, and I'll definitely talk more about it in depth if anybody has any questions or anything like that. Alexandrian, that's a tradition that began in Britain in the late 1960s, talking about, it's taken Gerald Gardner's reinvention of witchcraft. Alex and Maxine Sanders created their own version. It changed and morphed through Alexander's lifetime based on a formal ritual and ceremonial magic. Sanders described as somewhat eclectic. Students were expected to study as required and undergo initiation ceremonies. Stuart Farr, a student of Sanders, wrote a popular book still in print today as What Witches Do, based on the workings of the Alexandrian coven. Farr refers to the type of witchcraft they practice as Wicca, and he says that within Wicca there is much variety of emphasis on the factors I have mentioned, but the strength of Wicca is a flexibility. It has a rigid dogma, and monolithic organization are foreign to its spirit. The basic unit of Wicca is not any particular sect, but the individual coven and people who compose it. Each coven has its own ways, its own character, its own emphasis, and its own contribution. The mind of the tradition is so rich that each coven can work its own seams. That's how I am, Jim. Yes, he said I just do whatever I feel like magic, and that's why I call myself an eclectic witch. I've studied a lot. Terry said most of my magic is trying to heal others, selfless magic, right? Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Ancestral witch is a branch of folk magic and varying from country to continent. Ancestral witchcraft is focused on working with the ancestors, both family and more generally.
Did we just have a rumble?
No, I think somebody shut the door downstairs.
No, I usually hear the bang on that.
I felt the bang. I don't know, we could have.
We might have.
Both family and more generally. A practitioner of ancestral magic performs rituals designed to connect them with the spirits of the dead. Witches in general only do this on Samhain, which is Halloween, All Hallows Eve, Halloween, whatever you want to call it. And you'll notice a lot of these when it comes to traditions of witchcraft, there are a lot of rites, rituals and stuff like that.
Jim says it was just him stealing the beer from me.
It can be, Skook, when you talk about too much work, it can be, it does get overwhelming of finding yourself and knowing yourself. But there are a lot of traditions that are huge into rituals and stuff like that. I'm not a ritual person. On certain things I do rituals, but other things, I'm just not that real ritualistic, I guess. Angel witch. The name might sound a little contradictory, but angel witches is someone who works with the energy of angels. Excuse me. It's also the name apparently of a UK heavy rock band. One person who works with angels I think she still works with angels parts of it, is Doreen Virtue. She would probably deny anything with witchcraft, but she does. Oh, she still does. Okay. Work with angels to achieve your aims and improve your life. I figured you'd know who that was, Andy. Yeah. There's another branch of angel magic, and it's a little more serious, focused, and less fluffy. This is a type work practiced by the writer Damon Brand. He probably wouldn't describe himself as a witch either, but this energy work is based on working with the names of the angels and their sigils. And sigils are special symbols that represent each one of them.
Jim, don't worry. If you ever come up here, you won't have to hide in the lobby to drink my beer. You're more than welcome to come in and have a beer with me.
Right? He says, trying to figure out what my mother meant when I had telepathic episode when she said to my sister, "It started." Well, yeah, that's her. Yeah. And never mother explained to me. Yeah, there's little things that my mom said to me that it didn't make sense at the time, and now it kind of does. And I mean,
moms do that for a reason, though.
Yeah, exactly. An Amethyst witch. Amethyst is the believing that there is living energy in all things. Now, mind you, there's some types of witches on here that I've never heard of before. This I kind of had because of vibration, learning about vibrations and all that. So the term comes from Latin anima, meaning breathing, breath of life. An Amethyst witch sees no distance between humans, animals, planets, and other physical objects. Additionally, they also believe that the words hold their own life energy. And I can kind of agree with that. The Amethyst witch sees the universe as a whole, connected living entity, continually changing and evolving. When they do magical work, they tune into the pulsating life force of the all, which I'm kind of I've never heard of this before until I did, my notes and everything. But I kind of believe in that. I mean, that kind of goes in what I believe in, which is, changes all the time. My dad tried blocking what I could do, like I knew what would happen before I would happen. And when Dad didn't believe it at all first, till these things started happening. That happens to a lot of people too, definitely.
Boy, I'm glad your podcast side of that really understood that.
I know, right? Sorry. That's true, Andy. It could be a reason.
Hey, Mo.
If I did a test, hey, Mo, how are you, hon? I'm pissed about type of witch, and I got shaman. Shaman's not a bad thing. A lot of people don't know about shamanism, too. Usually, the wake-up part of shamanism is basically having a near-death experience, which is wild. Hey, Pammy. Okay, no problem, hon. I'm glad you're here with us.
Hi, Pammy.
Art witch. An art witch works through the medium of art. She expresses her witchiness through her work and use of art to manifest her desired outcomes. That's definitely a new one for me. I mean, I understand it. I totally get it. It left me vulnerable, which is not a good thing. Not necessarily. I wouldn't say it left you vulnerable. I mean, if you feel that way, I mean, obviously. But a lot of people have to come into their own. And that's my way of thinking. That's why I never pressured my kids into becoming anything, because I figured that if they wanted to know, they would ask. I'm sure you would, Andy. I'll help any shaman out with being a guide through their mystical journeys. I believe you too. Yeah, I definitely.
You married a psychic vampire.
A narcissist, yeah. They're the ones that, everybody's been around a psychic vampire where they suck. A lot of psychic vampires don't realize that they do it, but when you talking to somebody who sucks the energy right out of you.
Yeah, I know a few people like that.
Right.
Because you stand there and you roll your eyes like, do I really have to listen to this?
Right. But Skook, I mean, nothing that they could have prepared you for would have helped you in that. You still would have been attracted to them. You still would have been drawn to them. It's your life story. You can't it's like one of the things where, moms that have kids that have boyfriends and girlfriends and you don't like them, but you can't stop them from seeing them, and going through. They have to learn their life lessons too. It's basically the same thing.
You can stop them, but you ain't gonna like the outcome.
Right, yeah. The next one is an Arthurian witch, Isles of the Blessed Avalon. An Arthurian witch takes the mythology of Britain's King Arthur and creates a whole way of being based on it. However, the problem is that it's only fantasy because there is no evidence that the events described in the story actually happened. The King Arthur myth is mostly based on Geoffrey of Monmouth's, and I probably said all this wrong, I'm sorry, imaginative retelling of history. In other words, he made it up. In reality, we know very little about the real King Arthur. There is evidence, however, that the hills surrounding Bristol and Bath in southwest of England were once small islands that rose above the sea. This is where Glastonbury is located and the area known as Avalon. But there are a lot of Avalon witches.
Chocolate mooncake time!
That's why I was stopping.
Oh, thank you for the follow. dlive's
Finished just something.
Thank you. How are you?
Thank you so
Hey,
much.
Paranormal Circle, how are you?
There's Circle.
I took one of my best friends, or the best friend of my daughter, for a walk on a beach one night and cuffed his leg to a stake at a low tide mark. Let him there for an hour. He was so cooperative after that. I'm sure he was. I'm sure he was. But yeah, but again, and there's a lot of witches that are in the Avalon circle. I know I've been around them. What's next? Distari. That's an ancient Greek goddess who, based on the Egyptian deity Astaroth. Yeah, my mouse isn't going to say it. Her origins are lost in the mist of time. She was also worshipped by Canaanites and Phoenicians. Astara is the goddess of fertility and war. She is also seen as a chief among the goddess. Her followers today study her history, her mythology, and call upon her to aid them in the ritual. Astrology witch. Some astrologists also embrace witchcraft and base their practice and lifestyle on the alignment and position of the heavenly bodies. An eclectic witch might decide to incorporate a little astrology study into her aid of energy work. An astrology witch, however, is someone who is all about astrology and knows the subject inside and out. I'm kind of like that, to where we've talked about it before on here, the moon phases and what you can use for different, when what moon is up, or even dates. Dates have a, I wouldn't say I'm as into being an astrology witch because I don't know the ins and outs of all of it, but I do incorporate it sometimes into my magic. A gory witch. An gory witch is one who divines omens, signs, and symbols. They are not a fortune teller exactly, yet they are able to interpret whether a proposed course of action is good or bad. They can aid anyone on specific spiritual quests. See, I've done that too, to where the fact that signs and symbols, like, I'm very big into synchronicity.
There's dlive's finished, the one you just followed or subscribe. You'll dog see those things millions of light years away, yeah, that impact your life.
Right? Definitely. And some people believe it. Again, like I said, it's all in what you believe in, what your faith is, what you're, you know what I mean? How you live your life. That's okay. Bye-bye now.
People just can't, you just gotta be ignorant.
Yep. I'd have no problem talking to be like people. You know? Can somebody delete that message? I don't know if that'll delete the
I don't think it will out of Restream. Remember we were trying to do it?
Nicole.
Mm-mm.
So sorry, guys.
No, you just missed an idiot get removed from the room.
Yeah. You know.
Scott wanted me to tell you that he's trying to get in, but he just keeps buffering. He says he apologizes, sends his love to you.
Okay. No worries. No worries.
He can't even hear the show.
It's that bad.
Yeah. So he shot me a message to let you know.
I know, Andy, it does. Seems like it's a day off of the funny farm. That's okay. That's okay, Andy. No worries. Sorry, guys. My apologies
Nicole
for letting
got it. Message going, Missy.
Okay.
Unfortunately, Patrick, you're right. They will always be here.
Yeah. It's no big deal. We roll with it. You know how it is. I just don't like words like that being on my screen. You know.
Or
But
even in the chat.
Right. Well, yeah. But I do apologize to everybody. Axis Mundi Witch. The Axis Mundi Witch is a fascinating concept with roots in almost all ancient civilizations. At its core, it is the idea that there is a central pillar, either man-made or natural, that joins Earth to the heaven. Each civilization has had their own axis mundi. For example, Mount Fuji in Japan, Uluru in Australia, the world tree or of Norse mythology. And axis mundi, which studies the concept and the variations and embraces the tenet as above, so below. Believe the patterns and the events are mirrored from the contrast or the construct of the universe down to the very particles of our own bodies. Okay.
That's I'm glad he has a gaming chair. That's cool. At least somebody's got that kind of money, Congratulations, some guy.
A British traditional witchcraft. That has many branches.
And he has anything to do with. Shit, I gotta scroll. The goddamn chat's like moving quick today. Where the hell they go?
Anything to do with Easter Monday or whatever it is?
Monday.
One day. I'm not sure, Andy.
Yeah, the chat's just moving quick today.
I know. So ranging from a wise woman, the British traditional witchcraft has many branches. Like I said, ranging from the wise woman, village midwife, or to old ceremonial magicians. Generally speaking, British witchcraft is based on local traditions and variations. From Ireland, England, Scotland, Wales, and the Isles of Man, traditions vary wildly, and they also deviate within the countries, regions, counties, villages within those counties. For example, the one who wrote this was born in Cornwall, where there is a strong tradition of the wise woman and men, known as pellers or peelers. They are viewed as an important part of society. True, there were plenty of frauds. Oh my God, I really can't talk today. among them, and occasionally someone was wrongly or rightly accused of being malevolent and imprisoned. Usually people respected witches because they didn't know it wasn't a good idea. They knew it was a good idea to offend them.
And I'm going to go off a little bit on your chat here. Some guy says that guy made serious money at truck stops, bought himself a gaming chair. I really don't want to know if he was a lot lizard that he made that kind of money at a truck stop.
Right?
Sorry, but
that's okay.
That's the first thing that pops into your head, that he made a lot of money at a truck stop.
Right? Usually people respected witches because they knew it wasn't a good idea to offend them. Otherwise, misfortune would surely follow. Traditional British witchcraft was not religious, but called upon the old ones and variants thereof to help with magical works. It is informal as it gets. A traditional witch might spend a long time preparing for a ritual spell, or she just might simply utter a curse on the spot.
Freaky Geek was thinking what I said.
A Celtic witch, also with roots in Britain, is a Celtic witch. Through the origins of the Celts, have been disputed by scholars for years. You guys are the best mods. You really are. No doubt.
Hold on.
I know. Thank you, Nicole. You're the best.
Probably not, Jim.
So, with Celtic witch is somewhat different to everyday village of witchcraft. Celtic witch is oddly much more a recent development. It owes its existence to the rise of neo-paganism. Celtic witchcraft is built on the study and worship of ancient Celtic deities, mostly Welsh and Irish. Mythology, earth magic, ceremonial, and ritual. Celtic witchcraft seems to have struck a chord with witches the world over, and there are many new traditions springing up everywhere.
Oh, thanks, Nicole. And we got the best Eddie and Misty.
Oh, love you. Ceremonial witch. The term simply describes a witch who practices high magic. They usually follow some specific tradition, such as Hermetic, Thelemic, or Enochian. But other people who embrace high magic wouldn't dream of calling themselves witch. Such a practice requires a lot of study and many accoutrements for magical rituals. And rituals are carried out in a strict step-by-step fashion as prescribed as the particular tradition follows.
Piper says, I thought they derived from the droids.
Which one, Patrick? Are the druids? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I probably said it wrong. You know, what the hell? This is my Friday.
Right? Some did. I mean, there's traditions popping up all over. I mean, Celtic witches. A lot of them did. Some did, like I said. But with Celtic, how do I want to say this? With Celtic, it's more of a newer tradition.
Hi, Patricia.
Hey, Patricia, how are you? Welcome. It's a newer tradition to where it kind of takes from that aspect of Druidism, but not all of them. It's almost like an eclectic in that aspect of all the Celts. You know what I mean? All the Celtic traditions. Does that make sense?
I'd say yes if I knew, about the Celtics and that, and but
Right?
at this point in time, I'm just a dummy sitting here with headphones on.
Oh, stop. The next one is chaos magic.
Oh boy.
No. So a lot of people think that chaos, and I've heard this forever and a day, that chaos magic is bad. And it's not. A person who uses chaos magic borrows from all kinds of other traditions. The term chaos magic began in the 1970s in the UK. The central idea behind it is belief. Belief is the preferred outcome, and belief is the method of working towards it. The main rule is that there are no rules. It couldn't be further from ceremonial witchcraft, as described above, yet it will use the elements if the practitioner believes it might help. A chaos witch works on the same principle, taking various deities, methods, and systems from other traditions, revamping up his or her belief in certainty that will work, in having total faith in themselves and their ability to change and create their reality. Some kind of way, I'm a chaos magic witch. Not only that, but chaos magic, a lot of people have heard over the years that chaos magic is bad. It is not. It's actually bringing light into the darkness. It's actually...
I'm bringing a flashlight. I ain't stupid.
It disperses the darkness, basically.
And Andy, the thing about dressing up and going to the store, that's long gone. I didn't hit the 200 sub mark, so keep dreaming.
Chthonial Alexandrian Wicca, a variation of the Wow, I had to pick this day to,
Yellow tongue tied.
Man. Oh my God. Alexandrian tradition. It's based in Boston, Mass. It boasts an unbroken lineage back to the original 1970 coven. It also breaks with the British version by including a pantheon of ancient Greek gods and goddesses.
Oh, hold on. I got to correct Andy and Freaky here. That deal said if it wasn't, it had to be reached by the end of my show a week from that Saturday, and it didn't happen. So it was not a lifelong thing. And Andy, sorry about your luck. You don't get to see my hairy ass legs. And I'm still not at 195 subs. So y'all kiss my ass. All right, go ahead, Rona.
Oh my God. Another one is the crystal witch. A crystal witch focuses their practice on using crystals, using them to increase and concentrate energy for a wide range of applications, including healing, protection, and divination. Oh my God. Wow. Simple words that I've known all my life and I can't freaking say.
Thank you, Patrick. At least Patrick knew he was there. He heard the whole thing.
Okay, that's good. Jim.
Jim, if I haven't lost my channel yet, I don't think I'm going to lose it over hairy legs.
Dianic witchcraft. An offshoot of Wicca, Dianic witchcraft focuses on female deities. It's named after Diana, the Roman goddess of hunting, nature, and the moon. It's likely that the worship of Diana was a cult back in ancient Rome. Dianic covens are usually, though not always, restricted to female members. This branch of witchcraft celebrates all things female, and many members report that their coven helped and supported them through difficulties. Dianic witchcraft will work magic on those who oppress or abuse women and happily work binding spells on them. I'm not sure what they meant, but some say I get my magic from trees and Mother Earth. But
So they're elemental.
yeah, nature spirits. A divination witch. A witch who specializes in divination, such as tarot cards, scrying, and other such means of discovering occult, hidden information. Someone may set out on the witchcraft path and then find themselves being wholly absorbed by the fascinating topic of divination. A dowser. Dowsing is ancient tradition, and there are two main ways to do it. One is usually by a hazel twig or a lightweight metal rods. The other is using a pendulum. A dowsing witch is one who incorporates dowsing into her witchy work. Dowsing is used to locate ley lines, which are energy grids that crisscross the planet. Most of us know what ley lines are. Underground streams and natural reservoirs, lost items, and all other kinds of things. Druid. The modern or neo-Druid witch has a deep respect for nature and based their whole life on the Druidic way. Often members of environmental organizations, Druids identify with the Celtic culture. See, right there is where I was talking about, Patrick. Celtic witches can derive, because they all believe in the same thing, but use other ways. They're not in the Druid. Druid is more, although I really don't know Celtic witches tradition. Druid is more like a ritualistic tradition, to where I think Celtic witches are more eclectic. Like they don't have that ritual set in stone. Does that make sense? I could be totally wrong. I think I'm going to start reading the Necronomicon, working with it. Hey, you never, if it works for you, it'll work for you, Jim.
You want to use their own magic against him, just give him a mirror spell.
That's my go-to thing. That's my go-to thing. Andy, you use opals?
That's not what him and Nicole are talking about.
Okay.
Hey, Giggles!
Hey, Giggles! How are you? So, often members of the environmental organizations, Druids identify with the Celtic culture. Some Druids claim an unbroken lineage back to the ancient times, but there is no evidence for that, at least from a standpoint they know. Plus, the ancient Druids' rights and knowledge were never recorded. So modern Druidry is an attempt at reconstruction. But they have lots of fun, I've heard.
Well, maybe that's what he was talking about, but that's not how I took it.
Opals will bring non-October babies bad luck,
Well, I'm just saying because, she brought up the word nutcracker, so I was thinking, yep, they ain't talking about them kind of stones.
Ron's here. He knows how to enter a room.
Ron just subscribed for 9 months.
He's celebrating his 9-month sub-streak.
Look at that.
Ron knows how to make an entrance. Ron!
What's up, Ron?
Ron is the main man.
Well, he is one of the bosses.
He is. He's one of the top-notch guys there. Earth-based witchcraft, Gaia. This covers a wide variety from druids to neo-pagans, hedge witchery, and the like. Simply put, it's a kind of nature-centric witchcraft. Yeah, everybody say hey. You're supposed to say hey, honey. Oh.
I'm sure they would have appreciated that.
Yeah, I'm sure they would have too. Eclectic witch. I expect that there are more witches in the eclectic type than any other. An eclectic refuses to be pinned down to one tradition. That's me. They embrace everything that appeals to them and define their own path. An eclectic witch might have an interest in crystals. She or he might enjoy tarot readings or healing. They might include several Wiccan practices. They may consider their path to be faith-based or not. It's the chocolate box of witchcraft. No one can dictate to you what you should do or not do. It's unique to you. And that's
Jamie's outside in the sun and can't see the chat well.
Patrick, you are not a nobody. You're up there too. You know it. You guys know who's who.
Everybody in this chat, everybody in the podcast, everybody in dlive, wherever you're at, always remember you're somebody.
That's right. And you're important to us. Very much so. Ron said, hi, Mr. Chaos.
Hi, Mr. Ron.
In eco-paganism. Eco-pagan.
Holy cow, girl. Hello.
Hello, holy cow girl. How are you? Eco-paganism. Eco-pagans are usually environmental activists. They work hard to raise public awareness of the problems. They often incorporate rituals that bind or oppose those who see an enemy of the planet. Their faith and belief that nature is sacred, and it underpins everything that they do. Eco-paganism embraces witchcraft and other branches of paganism as long as they share their values. Egyptian witchcraft. Egyptian witchcraft follows the Wiccan-like path, but focuses on ancient Egyptian deities. They incorporate most other Wiccan elements, such as moon phases, the wheel of the year, and the solar festivals. Elemental witch. An elemental witch is one who bases their path on working with the 5 historic elements: fire, water, air, earth, and spirit. They may also incorporate working with their elementals, such as salamanders for fire, undines or nymphs for water, sylphs for air, and gnomes for earth. There are many more elementals, all of them restricted to their own realm. And we talked about elementals before, and how they're here to just do their job. Welcome back, Scoop.
Welcome back.
European, like witchcraft practiced in the content of
I am not peeing.
You are. Of Africa. European witchcraft covers a huge range of different kinds of witchcraft. Each country, region, and locale will have its own particular characteristics and traditions. Again, it's best to explore country by country. Fairy traditions are based in ancient folklore, usually found in but not restricted to the British Isles. In Ireland, the fairy folk are called the Tuatha de Danann. In Wales, the Tulwas Teg. And in Scotland, there are a whole bunch of fairy folk, such as, Bochillion, brownies, gnomes, the Gargarech, heather pixies, and Sealy quartz. But you must watch out for the bad guys, the Gilly-Doo, the Kelpies, which I've heard of Kelpies, Knuckle-leaves, and the Fuckins. Shut up. There's also a branch of Wicca called Fairy Wicca. Those Europeans. Yep, I know. Maybe, Skook. Eddie, don't tell us, but I had a supper with steak and egg. Hey, that's okay. Eddie bought me a chicken fried steak this morning for breakfast, so meh.
Yeah. She hasn't asked for it in a while, and she's been very good.
I've been very good. I've been a good girl.
So I surprised her and bought her breakfast this morning.
Yes, fairy and gnomes are useful in chaos magic. They sure are, Jim. They sure
I know what
are.
I'm feeling now. They got a dryer running.
Oh, do they?
I can feel the steady vibration now.
Okay. The Fellowship of Isis. Now, it's not the ISIS you're thinking of. Not to be confused, right? Again, it's not to be confused with any terrorist groups. The Fellowship of Isis began in Ireland in 1976. It is a multi-faith and inclusive. It is multi-faith and inclusive. It is based on the worship of female. Thank you for the hosts, Linz. Thank you so much, hon. I appreciate that. We appreciate that.
Nicole, lie to somebody else. How many types of sisteroids are out there?
I don't know what that is, Patrick.
I don't either.
Yes, Andy. Isis, the ancient goddess. She's the goddess. Believe me, I've studied a lot about Isis. She is.
Oh, we love you too,
we
Lance.
love you as well. I don't know. Oh, cryptids. How many cryptids? There's a lot of cryptids. I couldn't tell you how many. No problem, Patrick. I knew you would come back and let us know what you meant.
Because I was clueless.
There is a lot of cryptids in the world. A lot. But again, that goes to, you know what I mean, where I feel that a lot of cryptids are ancient spirits, are elementals, are, or topos. Okay, so Isis is based in the worship of the female goddess, Isis, the divine mother, she of 10,000 names. There is 26,000 members of the Fellowship of Isis worldwide. Their website is well worth exploring, and it's definitely true. I've always been drawn to the Egyptian gods and goddesses. I absolutely love Isis and Osiris' story. Yeah. The floral witch. As the name suggests, a floral witch works mainly with flowers, their properties and essence. She may work magic or focus completely on healing.
Scoops, I think you got everybody in this room confused.
Well, the witchy stuff I practice, there are loads of gods and goddesses. Yes, Linz, that a lot of people, definitely. And to me, like, the goddesses and gods and goddesses are different aspects. They're different energies that you want to call to do certain things. Yeah, Jim. I know. That's why I'm jelly of your statues. He's got, I believe it was the Isis and Osiris, right? I used to have them on my altar. I used to. Oh, telling you. Definitely, because in History of Egypt, ask Eddie how many times we watched
The Mummy?
Yes. I love that.
I know the fucking script by heart.
I love anything to do with Egyptian, and I don't know if you've ever seen the lady that does oh, I saw that. Please don't.
Everybody, if we blink away and we're gone, we apologize. Our electric just flickered.
So that might mean a brownout day. Who knows? With this town, it's this time of year.
I mean, we'll pray and I mean, we're looking at 45 more minutes. You never know what can happen, so.
Right. With Egyptian culture and everything like that, the lady that what is it called? Anthropologist? No,
It does
Egyptian. No, she's an Egyptian Egyptian not owlist. That's not the right. But anyway, she studies Egyptian, right?
Wow.
Stuff. And if you ever watch her, go back and watch. She watches The Mummy, and to see if they got it right and stuff like that. There, I saw it flicker again.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, the Anubis statue. Yes. Anubis is one of my favorites. I love Anubis. Yeah, I'm sure I've watched it. A lot of Egyptologists. Yes, that's the word I was looking for. But she watches The Mummy, and it's really, really freaking cool to see her analyze one of my favorite movies.
And how close they actually got it.
Yeah.
That's
She
what
was
her.
fuck.
Yeah, it's starting to get pretty frequent.
Yeah, that's what impressed her, is that she, like, even the writing, she's like, when they turned over there was a box that had writing in it, and they turned over because her and her husband do it, they turned over the laptop, and she's like, they're right on how they did that.
Italic writing?
Yeah. It's really cool to watch.
King Tut was your first love, Nicole?
King Tut, yeah.
Egyptians go so much further back than history can even begin to reveal.
Yeah, definitely. And the thing of it is if nice Skook, she's like, wow, Freaky, you're old.
Hey, Skook, I wouldn't talk. I've done seen your picture.
Yeah, King Tut. Yeah, definitely to watch his stuff, learn about him. But me being a non-religious person.
Purchase?
Yeah, non-religious person. I didn't purchase the religious life.
She's free.
Yeah. To go back I'll watch. Yeah, I really, just about every year I've always watched. What's the movie with Noah?
Noah's Ark?
No. And Moses and all that.
10 Commandments.
Yes. Every year I'll watch the 10 Commandments just to watch, because I love it. The Egyptians. I had to put away my altar because the cats kept jumping on the dresser. I can understand that, Jim.
You could easily have done away with that happening just by getting rid of the cats. No, I'm just kidding. The smell could have taken care of that.
Yeah, you could have put a circle around them.
Piece of tinfoil up there. The minute they hit that tinfoil, they ain't getting up there again.
You're a Catholic purchase? What? Yeah, we know, Scoop. We're just messing about it. Burt Lancaster. Is that the one who played Moses? In I can't remember.
Oh, that's fine with me, Jim, because I love cats. Shadows will tell you. I'll take a cat over a dog. Don't get me wrong. If I have a dog, I'll take care of the dog. But
hey, Ryan, what's up?
What's up, Ryan?
But yeah, Egyptian. I mean, just studying Egypt and all that, I absolutely love it. Oh yeah, that's right. Heston, yeah. No, Freaky, Moses did not play himself.
We live with a guy that looks like Moses.
There you go, Patrick. Yeah, we do live with it. Yeah. There you go, Patrick. Brian's the one to ask. How many cryptids are there, Ryan?
Ryan's probably thinking, what the hell did I walk into now?
Right? The next one on the list is folk magic, or folk witchcraft, more commonly known as cunning folk. This tradition is closely related to both British witchcraft and its derivations and fairy. They're called many names. White witch, peller is Cornish, wise woman or man. They work their trade among the population, their skills being advertised through word of mouth. There aren't many left, but they're still around if you can find them. These will be hereditary witches, their skills and knowledge passed down through generations. He said, oh, good Lord. How many cryptids? Oh, good Lord. Too many, LOL. I told you, Patrick. As you humans, that's too many. Gardenian tradition.
Almost sounds like a flower.
Modern witchcraft owes an existence to Gerald, you all right?
Yeah, just trying to fucking stand up.
Brasu Gardner. Drawing on all the research he could muster, he created and crafted the religious movement of Wicca, although he did not give it that label. Some claim he received initiation into witchcraft from the coven based in New Forest in the south of England. The Gardenian tradition is a highly structured form of witchcraft. It's coven-based and has a formal progression through the degrees of initiation. Practices are kept secret, and many members keep their affiliation with the coven secret also. There is a number of offshoots, namely the covens and traditions started by Alexanders in the UK and Raymond Buckland in the US. And the thing of it is what makes me upset too is that a lot of people, no. Oh, Ryan is a Whisper to a Scream Cryptids podcast, Ron. No, Ryan's not here, no. What makes me upset is when people understand they see a pentagram, pentacle or pentagram, whatever you want to call it, turned upside down. And a lot of people don't realize that when you go through a traditional witchcraft, you go through different degrees and initiations, right? And a lot of them for the second, when you're going into your second year, they turn the pentacle upside down. That's to show that you're a second degree, you're going into your second degree initiation. And that's where a lot of, oh, okay. Gotcha, Ryan. That's sneaky Ron using me as your inside job. But so it upsets me when people talk about, people that wear pentacles upside down, wears the pentagram upside down. And the difference between those two is the pentagram. There's some that just have the pentagram. The pentagram is the star. The pentacle is with a circle around it. You did that in the electric one. So it's running low.
That's going to happen.
Yeah. So the right whispers. No more sheep talk. I just finished editing 3 hours ago, man. I hate editing. That's why I do lives. But I'm too funny.
Who's the one that just got done editing about Goat Man?
Ryan.
Yeah, I was reading out on Facebook.
Yeah. So yeah, that it upsets me kind of that people are like that. I mean, it upsets me, yes, in a way, but I understand that people just don't do research into things, and that's, unfortunately how it goes. Cornish hens. Sorry, now I'm on this kick. When you think about how many cities that is found under the sea today, dating back to now, we wonder how far back witchcraft goes. Yeah, witchcraft. But the thing about it is, before it was even called witchcraft, Patrick, it was, these were the women and men that you went to. They were the healers. They were the ones that they were the pharmacists before they were pharmacists. You know what I mean? They were the ones finding out about plants and what plants before we had pharmacies to go and get medicines.
Witch doctors.
Witch doctors, yes, definitely. So it goes back a long time, and people just don't realize that, as you can see how I had, people coming in here. I'm used to that. People coming in here and you're going to hell. Well, I don't believe in hell, so therefore that's hard for me to go to.
Well, I always tell them I am going. I'm driving the motherfucking bus.
Right? Exactly, Freaky. It was gifts from gods, and it's still prevalent today. That's why I say when it comes to witchcraft and doing spells and doing this and doing that, it's in all of us. It's not, that's one of the biggest things. And I should have said, well, that guy, I don't know. I should have said to that guy, my favoriteest thing to say to people when they sit there and say, oh, you're a witch, that's bad. I'm like, oh, have you ever blown out a birthday candle? Made a wish on it? You did a spell. You did a candle spell. That's my favorite way to get people's attention. When they're talking down about it, Oh, I missed that comment. Just go into my room and you see a big purple pentacle tapestry. Yeah, definitely. I used to have all that. Believe me. Hell better exist. I've been promised a special place there, Andy.
Don't worry, buddy. I got you. I'll get you there in one piece. Maybe. Well, thank you for the diamond, Ron.
Thank you, Ron, for the diamond. Which is which? That's the type. And I just spit all on it. You're the best. You guys are the best. Put the sacred Scandinavian tree on it. It could be a romance of ancient scientists being.
Your podcast can't hear you when you mumble. Sound kind of familiar?
You guys are too funny. A green witch. A green witch builds her life around such things.
She's one that hasn't bathed in years.
Yeah.
It's mold.
No. Such as gardening and herbalism. She may specialize in essential oils, flower crafts, and nature study. She may also be incorporated other natural skills like healing and divination. A green witch may also known as a hedge witch, or a very hungover witch.
My kind of witch.
A healer. A healing witch is one who uses more modalities. They include hands-on healing like Reiki and quantum healing, spell work, visualization. Wow. Or sigils. Herbalism might come in under this classification, but beware of any non-qualified person handing out healing remedies. Herbs can be as powerful as any other drug. Andy would know. An earth witch.
Nothing personal.
A hearth witch's practice is centered on the home. It's similar to a kitchen witchery. A hearth witch takes as a representative the goddess Hestia, which is Greek, also known as Vesta, which is Roman. Hearth witches celebrate everything around domestic living, cooking, gardening, cleaning, bringing up children. It might seem like a little mundane, but in fact it isn't. Anyone whose mother embraces hearth witchery is a lucky one indeed. Hearth witches might call upon the help of brownies and hobs to aid them in their daily lives. One unhelpful house spirit, of course, is the sock monster.
That's called the dryer.
Yes. The hedge witch. A hedge witch is an individual, a solitary practitioner who follows her or his own path. Her tradition comes from time when hedges was boundary, where forest met pasture. It's along this line that the magical herbs of the hedge witch had healing remedies. Cooking, nah, I ain't an herb witch. Hedge witch's healing remedies are found. A hedge witch is a herbalist mixing up potions and brews in her kitchen. They work with the forces of nature and the cycles of the moon. Hellenic witch. A Hellenic or Hellenistic paganism is based upon the pantheon of the Greek gods and goddesses. Many witches feel a kinship with the mythology of the ancient Greeks because their stories have such relevance in life today. It's common for a witch to call upon Pan to help her with a spell, or to place a statue of Aphrodite on her altar. Should you be unsure of your new path, take a look at the ancient Greeks. They have a lot to offer.
Pan, imagine that. The one that you convinced Ryan to ask, is it okay if I take this branch?
Right, Pan is a nature spirit that lives in the trees.
But then Ryan learned never to touch it unless he got permission.
Right, yes. That was one of the first things that Ryan ever learned about my way of life.
Elementals.
Yes. Hereditary witch. Much less common than some folk would probably believe, hereditary witchcraft is handed down from parent or grandparent to child through the generations. The problem is that mass migration, 2 world wars, and the advance of science disrupted this cycle. Many families disassociated themselves with their pagan past in pursuit of American dreams. Hereditary witchcraft is more prevalent in Europe and Africa, which is sad. Oh my God, Patrick. You're hanging out with Andy and Eddie too much.
That was funny.
I know. See, both of you guys are laughing. That's what I mean. He's hanging around with you two too much. It could be, Skooks. It could be. Yes, exactly, Freaky Geek. I mean, not to place a blame on anything, but Christianity seems to have tried to destroy much of anything they did not understand. And that's so true.
Not your bad, Patrick. That was funny. That was pretty good. What's blue and don't fit? I'm not even going to answer that. All right. So, you better start talking, honey, or this shit's going south.
Exactly, Nicole. Eddie, Andy, and Patrick and Freaky, the fourth one. Yeah. Don't even go there. I almost said the other word because I'm used to that with you guys. The Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn. This was an organization devoted to the study of the occult. In fact, the Golden Dawn was first of 3 orders in hierarchy through which studies progressed. The second was usually abbreviated by the Rosy Cross, and the third was called the Secret Chiefs. Many of the rituals and practices of the Golden Dawn were incorporated into Wicca. It also shares certain commodities from the Freemasonry, as all 3 founding members were Freemasons. One very important distinction that women were welcomed as members from the start. The Golden Dawn was plagued by internal politics and disputes, and although 2 offshoot temples survived until the 1970s, it had more of or less disbanded by the mid-20th century. However, several forms of the order have been revived and have an online presence.
Freaky doesn't want an orgy. Even though he asked like an orgy.
I don't want to know.
Because they're talking about the 4 of us.
Yeah. Kitchen Witch. Kitchen Witch.
This ought to be a good one.
Shares many practices with the hearth witch, the hedge witch, and the green witch. As you can guess, a kitchen witch bases their magical work and practice around their home. Additionally, they also incorporate their witch love and magic into their cooking, which you put your love into the cooking. That's why it tastes so good.
I do.
Originally, a kitchen witch was a kind of doll that hung in the kitchen to help the cook by preventing culinary disaster. These days, the kitchen witch makes use of all modern tools available to her or him. Yeah, it is cooking with power. But most likely with the kitchen witch, when I think of kitchen witchery and what I've studied in it is like when they use the herbs, whether it be modern herbs or ones that, I mean, when I say modern herbs, I think of the ones in the jars, or if they get their own herbs and that, they bless them or they, you know what I mean?
They give them their own fucking special touch.
Right. Yeah. I seem to be the kitchen bitch in this household.
Well, seeing how you're the only one there, yeah, you would be the kitchen bitch.
A law of attraction witch. This is a new breed of witch who base their beliefs on the law of attraction. In fact, all witchcraft was and based on this concept. If you really think about it and you go back to study witchcraft and whatever witchcraft you're learning about, law of attraction is in there. That's what we believe. That's how we believe our spells to work. And I think that's why when this new age thing of law of attraction came around, a lot of people were pulled to it in a way. This is from sympathetic magic worked by a Cornish peller to Wiccan threefold law. It all comes down to the law of attraction. The left-handed path. There's a lot of confusion with the left-handed path. Many think that taking a left-handed path, magically speaking, is about black magic or devil worship. This is not true. The left-handed path is much more than the rejection of convention and breaking the taboos. Left-handed path followers may well work with entities that may be categorized as demonic, but they also work with angels. There's the balance there. The lounge witch, a witch who restricts their witchcraft to the home and often uses disparaging term, yet no one who works in this way should care what others think. Some people can only practice witchcraft by themselves and at homes for various reasons, including the fear they may offend loved ones or because they are housebound. To all the lounge witches out there, you are no less a witch for working this way. And that's so true. It all comes down to how you feel about yourself and your power. Who cares what other people think? That's what I'm saying. Yes, it's not all dark, Jim. You're right. The left-handed path. Exactly. People don't get that. They just hear that. And you know what I mean? They automatically assume that that's what it's all about. You freaky. You can't be dark if you have a candle lit. Smart ass. But yeah, I mean, people don't get that. They just hear the words, and that's what makes me upset the most. And that's why I decided to do this, to let people know what this is all about and what, you know what I mean? I want people to know the knowledge behind it.
And it's clarifying what you said earlier. It all comes down to your intent,
right?
Rather than black or white magic.
Mm-hmm.
You could probably take a spell and somebody would hear it and think it is the dirtiest, most devious thing that they've ever heard, but that's not your intent of what the spell is.
Right.
Don't try to read into what I am doing when you have no idea. Exactly.
Unless you're going to ask me, feel free to ask. That's my big thing, because knowledge is power. If another Hitler came along and made the last one seem like a saint, would have been black magic if someone can kill him with it. That's a good question, Andy. It's all on how people think about it. Some people will say, oh, yes, that Hitler killed the first Hitler, so he's a saint, but he used black magic. But it's okay because he got rid of that Hitler. Where other people will be like, No, he used black magic, so he's bad. He's worse than the other Hitler. Do you get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. But do these other people know that this Hitler came along and killed that other Hitler? Or did he kill the other Hitler and slide into his place?
Right.
Like a doppelganger.
Right. Luciferian. Lucifer is often mistaken identity as the devil due to the belief that as an angel he fell from God's grace. Yet among many, he is revered as the bringer of light, the path to enlightenment, independence, and progression. Luciferians are avid supporters of art, science, and the natural world. The witch and astrologer Margaret Montalban founded her own branch of Luciferism as in England, the Order of the Morning Star, with her husband, and she went on to develop a magical system that they delivered as via correspondence course. And that's another way. It's no. Hello, Wolf. Hi, Teal Raven Timberwolf. Oh, no problem. We're glad you spotted us. No. I mean, if the second one made the first one look like a saint, but if only magic could kill the second, then it would be deemed as black magic, even though it may save millions. Well, I think it's kind of the same way. I mean, I probably not, right? Hey, Drew.
What's up, Drew?
Oh, okay,
up,
Drew.
Wolf?
All right. Timberwolf is her other channel. I like that name, though. That's a beautiful name. Teal Raven Timberwolf. I like that.
Way to fuck people up.
Drew has many names.
Yes, Nicole, you're right. Lucifer was an angel before God kicked him out. And the only reason why Lucifer got kicked out is because he tried to overthrow God.
And that's the thing. Right, exactly. How is it that everybody's okay with Hades, but not okay with Lucifer?
Lucifer was...
Hades got a freaking... what's that cartoon? There was a movie, Hercules, right, that had Hades in it?
I think so.
I don't know.
But wasn't Lucifer the angel of light?
Yes, he was the light bringer. He was yes. Hey, nothing wrong with that, Drew. She said I couldn't decide whether to be Timberwolf or Teal Raven, so I did both.
That's pretty cool. That is a cool name.
Yeah, I like that name. That is beautiful. My witchy name, which these people have heard, was Aaron Fire Shadowwolf. Aaron Shadow Firewolf. Did I say that?
Aaron Shadow Firewolf.
No, it's Aaron Fire Shadowwolf. I don't know.
Wow.
It's been, I don't use my witchy name anymore except Shadow. That's the only part of that I use. Aaron Fire Shadowwolf. That's what it was. Aaron Fire Shadowwolf.
Mine's just plain chaos.
Yeah, this is chaos. It's been many years since I actually used that name. I mean, I consecrated, I did rituals with that name back when I started witchcraft, but as I got older, it was just, I all incorporated it into me.
Before you close.
Yes.
I want to lead them with this thought.
Okay.
To think of.
All
I
right.
don't want answers tonight.
Right. It's for Monday.
But I'm going to put it in their head.
Oh, I did talk to him before I left yesterday. I did talk to him about you telling about Bigfoot.
Which part?
Seeing the Bigfoot on the TV.
What do you mean about it?
Do you remember us watching the show?
Yeah.
Right. You saying, I think that could be a Bigfoot.
Yeah. I honestly think it could.
To me, that's a big deal because you don't believe in cryptids.
I never said I didn't believe in them.
Bigfoot's a big one, though.
There's never been enough proof.
Right.
Okay.
Eddie talking about mental magic? He could be. I don't know.
I'm just mental. There ain't no magic to that.
Oh my God, now they're talking about keeping downstairs in order.
What downstairs?
What do you think? It's this group. Oy vey. All right, so Lunar Witch. Man, we're only in the L's.
How fucking more you gotta go?
There's ABCs.
Well, then you're way past the
Lunar Witch. A lunar witch bases her workings around the lunar cycles. Not only that, she takes the phases of the moon into account when making any major decisions and organizing a life. Like, she's like really on top of it. I only touch a little of it, right? When I've talked about moon phases and everything like that. A lunar witch is totally on top of it. She knows what time the degrees are, what time I'm not that good. She may well create her magical ingredient and potions according to the moon, as well as when planting seeds and seedlings. She's always aware of where the moon is in its monthly and 18.6 year cycles.
So I guess now you know where the lunar witch comes from, because it sounds like the cycle of the moon.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Musical witch. Like the art witch, the musical witch expresses her pagan feelings and ideas through her music. A notable example, although she probably wouldn't describe herself that way, is Kate Bush. Other out of the broom closet musical witches include Lisa Thiel and Lorena McKenna. Also, like, who's the other one? Fuck, I can't think of her name. There's a lot of, if you listen to the words of certain things, you can tell that they got that, like, witchcraft witchy vibe to them, I guess. Yeah, exactly, Drew. She's like, I need my diary to remember the moon phases. I can usually tell, like, where Eddie will tell me. He'll be like, the moon's looking beautiful tonight. He always knows because I'm very big into the moon phases. And he's like, you got to come look at the moon. She's beautiful. Norse witchcraft. Witchcraft of the Norse tradition has complex history based on a vast ocean of mythology known as Seid, and I probably said that wrong. I'm sorry. It's Seidh. Norse witchcraft is a type of ancient sorcery. It is primarily associated with the two main Nordic deities, Odin and Freya. Yeah, I don't have the Farmer's Almanac, but I do have
Google.
Well, yeah, Google's good too. But I do have my witchy calendar. I don't know if you can see it. It has the moon, what degrees they're in, and everything. It's fun. Neo-pagan. Neo-paganism is an umbrella term that refers to the resurgence of all kinds of witchcraft, including Wicca, Gardenianism, the new earth-based customs, all that sort of stuff. Now, if you look, there always is a spike in witchcraft. Like it fades out, and then it comes back. But it's something new. And then it'll fade out, and it'll come back as something new. Like I said, I've been on my path. I've seen it do that many, many different times. And there's usually something. It is very handy. I love my calendar. Neo meaning new, yes. And Neolithic, New Age, Stone Age, yes, exactly. I don't like saying how many years it is. That's why I say I've been on my path since I was 16. You know, I don't like saying how
She's old.
I'm old.
She's younger than me, but she's old.
But I've seen that movement come and go, you know? So, satanic witchcraft. Satanic witchcraft comes to being of a reaction of historical accusations of witch cohorting with the devil. Its roots are in America, where the advent, with the advent of the internet, the movement has spread worldwide. Satanic witchcraft is a call of defiance against the constructs of dictatorial society. Dictatorial, that's it. If you are for something, if you are for something, your average satanic witch will be against it. They hold that no person can have authority over another without their consent. Now, the satanic witches live by 7 tenets. Live with compassion. Justice for all is the ongoing goal.
Quit sucking up, Andy.
A person, is that one of their tenets?
No, Andy says there's old, there's ancient, and then there's our young Misty.
Oh, yeah. A person's body is inviolable. The freedoms of others must be respected. Beliefs should be in alignment with current scientific thinking. People make mistakes. We should right our own wrongs. And wisdom, justice, and compassion must always prevail. Each of the above tenets is a guiding principle designed to inspire nobility and honor. Fair enough. I'd give my vote to satanic witch over politician any day of the week. And it's true. A lot of people do not look into, they just go by hearsay of what a satanic witch is. And most satanic witches, or even Satanists, are about living your own life. Don't let anybody rule your own life.
Don't let them rule your mind.
Yeah.
Not so much your life, because your mind is what runs your life.
Right.
And if you let them get inside your head, they're living rent free, and they're going to destroy you.
Exactly. And a lot of people just don't understand that. They only go by what they've heard. You know what I mean? Oh, you're satanic? I mean, it's not something that I follow, but some of their ways of living.
But
definitely.
What they say to everything, there's 3 sides to everything.
Right.
Your side, my side, and the
Right.
actual truth.
Exactly. You know, that would be like me going, oh, Freemasonry is cool. Being a Freemason is cool, right? And it's built our America. Freemasonry, and whatever you want to think, Freemasons built America, okay? But yet, I've heard some darker sides about Freemason.
Very dark sides.
Right. So, what's that in between? Do you know what I mean?
What is the actual
truth? Right. Exactly.
And a lot of the bad things that you've heard about some of the Freemasons are the ones that have been banned from being a Freemason for shit that they have done. So they talk nasty about the Freemasons to make people think that they ain't nothing but an evil bunch of people.
Exactly. The serpent in the Garden of Eden claimed to be Satan. He wanted to give man the knowledge of both good and evil, so he would know right.
That's not what the serpent wanted. The serpent wanted to create the sense of free will, free thought, to give you the opportunity to destroy yourself. That's what the serpent's intent was.
I can't argue with you guys because I don't know. I really don't know when it comes to the Bible or anything like that. I hear that Looney Tunes and Mr. Yes. Yes, Drew.
It hasn't been quite banned. It's been dumbed down.
It's so stupid.
In
my opinion.
They got rid of 6 Dr. Seuss books. Are you kidding me?
Right, yeah. Also, there's a passage in the Bible that's about eating the apple. And it wasn't even an apple. It was some kind of fruit. They never say it's an apple.
Yeah, it does.
It does not. It's the Mandela effect. Shut up. And some angel or whatever stating lest they become gods like us. Also, the thing, yes, exactly. Banning such thing is now rather late. Yeah.
Well, hold on to it, Scoops.
Masons, buffaloes, religious people There's good and bad and greed in all of us. Exactly. It's the intent. It's the intent. Although I read my Bible, never thought of this.
Scoops, you're wrong. I'm not going to argue with you about it, but you're wrong.
What? She has a bunch
She
of
says
finger
actually the Seuss family took the books off, not anyone else. That's wrong.
I don't know. I haven't read into
The
it.
government fucking shut it down.
I have no clue about
I'm not going to argue with Scoops. We're not going to get into government political talk. Period.
I have no clue about the Bible either. It was drummed into us in school, and I can't remember. I used to shut it off. Yeah, that's how I've been all my life, too, basically. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I said, I've been to Bible school. I've been to Bible study. I'm one of the ones that sit there and say when Jehovah's Witnesses comes to the door and say, oh, can we... they somehow mess with your mind to have you have a Bible study. I've done that.
Drew, you didn't create an argument. You're fine.
No. You're fine. Originally the transition was taken as an apple, the correct version, the red. Yeah, I knew it was something like that. Like it got, I don't know. Shit's been changed so many times, it's not even funny.
The Bible's only been rewrote, what was it, 26 times? And the last time, I guess, was supposed to be by Shakespeare.
I don't know.
That's why we have we, thou, and all that in the Bible.
But again, if you look back at the Bible too, or well, at least not the Bible, but what I've heard about Lilith, the reason she got thrown out of Adam's first wife was because she didn't want to lay down with him. She thought that they were supposed to be equal. I can't even say equal, right? They're supposed to. This is how my brain goes. It's going really fast right now. That's why it's doing that.
They were equal.
They were equal. They were equal instead of one on top of the other, doing their thing. She didn't believe in that. She believed that they should be upright. So one's not overpowering the other. Yeah, exactly. King James was around in Shakespearean times.
Yep.
I know, right? I think that's what threw me off, is thouest no, and it's like, I don't know, no, thouest. All right, Scandinavian witch. Witchcraft is big in Scandinavia.
Limited time, right?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Anna Mia Steno, a research assistant at the Danish Folklore Archives, say that almost everyone in Denmark knows a witch. Even if they don't know it, they know a witch. Scandinavian witches are very diverse and keep their practice secret. The witches, we're all supposed to do that. But what are you going to do? She also estimates that 1 in every 4 witches is a man. Scandinavian witchcraft takes elements from many other traditions, including, of course, the Norse tradition. Sea witch. Sea witches are usually to be found living near the coast. Surprise, surprise. They make use of their surroundings, often working their magic late at night in a secluded cove. I would love that. That's in my go-to when they say go to your happy place. My go-to, there is an actual cove.
Water.
Yes, with a stream, with a walkway where you can walk over the water, but it's like glass.
And there's a little waterfall in the back.
Yep. And it's, see? But there's a cove in there where my altar is.
Mm-hmm.
And the fuck was that?
That just scared the shit out of me. I ain't gonna lie.
Holy fuck, I did not put that on.
What was that?
Apparently, point. and Patrick wanted to know his points.
Yeah, well,
holy fuck!
Your points are a pan full of shit right now.
Oh God! Now Patrick did it again. Did something pop up?
Nothing popped up. No, I've been watching people check their points all fucking afternoon.
Then I don't know what the fuck that was.
Andy, she ain't the only one.
I was ready to punch my
points. Count my points.
What the fuck is that?
Where the hell is that coming from?
I don't know.
See, Nicole just checked her points, and it told her. It's showing 60-50.
Incoming tide?
It's a joke because we're shitting ourselves.
Oh.
What the fuck? Where the hell that? I know, freaking neither we.
Me neither.
Now Andy's gonna try it.
Count his points. That scared the fuck out of me. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. Let's see if we can get through this now. That was fucking very odd.
Somebody fucking with me? It has to be on dlive. There's no chat overlay that comes over, or no overlay that comes up when it's.
Nope. Nothing shows nothing.
Oy vey. But anyway, a sea
Yeah, Drew,
witch.
that was freaky.
Yes. Now everybody's trying it. That's the only thing that I noticed was
What big cryptid behind her? And you want to know what that big cryptid behind you is stuff you're living.
what?
Missy is that big cryptid behind you.
Don't do that shit.
Stuff or living.
Well, I don't know what cryptid you're talking about. So apparently there's no, I don't have anything that would remotely, unless you're talking about my wigs.
It's gone. I'm not seeing anything on screen, even, but I love the eyes. The fuck did you just have something behind you?
Maybe. What the fuck is going on? I think Missy just cured a constipation. I wasn't constipated.
All right, let's finish your reading. So, of your witches.
What the fuck is going on?
Shit just went south, or not south. This just went completely east.
Yeah. I was trying to see if it did it with Nicole, because it seems like
it hasn't done it with Nicole at all.
I don't fucking know.
Brain's trying to know. Well, yeah, Freaky, it's never happened before.
Yeah, that's the first time I have seen it or heard it do it. And how many times? Double points. Double points? Is it saying double points?
I don't know. Anton put up and said he thinks it's saying count my points. Or count his points.
Count your points. I can see that. Freaky said the first time the new sound startled in Shadow's eyes was so shocked.
Hi, Melanie.
Hi, Melanie. Yeah,
Well,
I know. It's very strange. I don't know what the hell's going on. Andy, I want to know what the fuck you saw behind me. Travel points. Travel points? I can't make it out.
I don't know. I can't make it out.
I'm going to have to go through all my little...
It's never happened before.
I know. That's the weird shit. It's never happened before. Tell me that was on the TV. Please tell me that was on the TV. There's some shit going on here, guys. A two-legged dog. What? Have some two-legged dog food.
For the goat man. Something happened because this has never happened before. Never.
I only have 3 things, and that's the moon cookies. I almost flipped you guys off.
The rock.
You rock, and what the fart. It's either saying double points,
Travel points.
travel points.
Count the points.
Sounds like me when I see red and flip out.
What's
Double
my
points.
story?
Drew thinks it's saying.
Chocolate mooncake.
Okay,
See,
that's
now that one. Now you have 4, Missy. Laugh out loud. No, we still only have 3.
so somebody's getting double points. Do you notice this? I don't know, Patrick. What did you start?
Everybody started to say it sounded like double points.
It's the Russians, Jim. It could be. And it costs 0 cookies for the points. But I think what it is you got to do it in all caps. That's what I'm thinking.
Double points.
Nicole just did it.
Yeah. That.
Freaky says now it seems to say pints.
Double points.
Double points? Oh, that's lovely. Melody said maybe double points? I'm joking.
Wow. Lovely.
Has the blood pressure lowered yet, Missy? Yeah.
Double points.
It's when you put points
In
all caps.
all caps.
Because it just Patrick just did it.
That's new. Anton's like, it's not Russian. Otherwise, I'd know.
Double points.
Yeah,
That's what it is,
okay.
because it just did it for Nicole.
Okay. Whew. I don't know what was freakier, hearing that voice or not knowing where it was coming from.
Jim, you forgot the exclamation point in the front of it.
And you might have to be in dlive for it to work. I don't know, maybe.
I don't know.
I know. So we have discovered a new side to Patrick, the dark side. Yes, that's Patrick. Double points. Okay, so the last one I'm going to do for today, because now I need to go change my pants.
It is starting to stink in here, guys.
Fuck you. Okay, sea witches are usually found living near the coast. Surprise, surprise. They make use of the surroundings, often working their magic late at night in a secluded cove. They are always in tune with the tides and moon cycles. They closely align with water witches who practice near rivers, streams, and lakes. Originally, sea witches were portrayed as magical beings who appeared on ships.
It's going to happen again.
Okay.
Ron just did it.
Who appeared on ships as humans with the ability to control the sea and weather conditions. Sailors went to great pains to often avoid them. A sea witch may practice the art of astromancy.
Maybe that's not what's happening because it didn't happen when Ron did it.
I know, the kids have a new toy in here. Yeah, exactly. A method of divination based on the tides. So we will end this here and pick it up next week.
Hold on. Freaky, haven't we heard this story before? We'll
Shut
stop
up.
it here
Shut up.
and we'll pick it up next week.
We're in the S's, so. And then maybe we'll just have next Thursday, we'll have a question and answer type.
Oh, yeah. So, y'all, I hope you took notes because there's going to be a pop quiz on this shit.
No, I'm not saying that.
He's an asshole.
Eddie's an asshole. Freaky's like, you're asking
Yeah,
me?
because remember, Freaky? We had that one show that ended on Friday because the internet went out and we were having a great discussion. And we were supposed to pick it up that Monday, and we never did.
And Anton was there too. Do you remember what it was about? Because I can't for the life of me.
Well, I can't now. It's been a month. Okay, now, before she closes out, I'm going to leave you guys with 2 thoughts.
Okay, yeah.
But I don't want you to talk about it right now. We'll talk about this on Monday.
If he remembers.
Oh, no, I got my fucking notes sitting right here. So shut up. But I'm going to give you two scenarios. And this is something that me and Shadows, what were we watching?
We were discussing the Bigfoot thing. And then that all came.
And then all of a sudden this shit just popped into my head. So here's the first one for you guys to contemplate. If a team of 7 split into 3 sections.
You got to say paranormal investigators. You got to let them know.
Do you want to do this?
Okay,
or do you
go
want
for
me
it.
to
All right.
If a team of 7 paranormal investigators split into 3 sections, 3 teams of 2, and you leave one at home base. Now, in 3 separate groups, each one is getting an EVP, pretty much all at the same time. Are these EVPs talking to you? Or are the EVPs actually trying to communicate with one another? Because now they can hear the frequency.
Thank you, Ron, for the 3 coffees.
Because they could be on different planes. So think about that one. Okay? One of them is a ghost. No, the other one's at home base, Antoine.
But that would be funny.
Now, the second one is that Bigfoot's been in the area for so long, like they say he has, and all branches that bend are bending down towards a river. Could it be because he had already traveled here through time, and he's pointing the branches towards the river so the other ones know which way to go to find a portal?
If they, like, why do you, I don't think Ryan's still here, but why do you think Bigfoots basically make the signs out in the woods?
All point towards water.
Oh, Ryan, my other Ryan's here. Hi, Ryan.
What's up,
How's
kid?
the baby? How's the baby? How's my lovely little granddaughter doing? I'm watching Savannah's Facebook. I see all the pictures. Isn't it a cool take? Yeah, Melanie. This is the stuff we sit there and talk about. She's doing great. Not much of my crier.
Yep.
That's good. For anybody who doesn't know, Ryan's a new daddy.
For the second time.
Yes.
Who made us feel older. For the second time. Love you, kid.
Give her hugs and kisses and snuggles for me. We are getting out 5 guys. Oh, not nice. You're the best, Nicole.
You're getting 5 guys.
They're getting 5 guys. 5 Guys Pizzeria or sub.
Oh.
I like 5 Guys. That's not nice.
Damn, it's already been a week.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Anton, have
All
a good
right,
night, bud.
Anton, thank you so much for coming in, hon. I appreciate it.
They grow fast. No, time went fast. Doesn't seem like it's been a week already.
Yeah. I can't believe it either. I know. It's
I
crazy.
swear to God, the freaking baby was just born like 2 days ago.
No, Nicole.
Welcome back, Freaky.
Welcome back. All right, guys. I put 200 lemons in the chest.
And while she's getting ready to roll credits, which is, I don't think she's going to.
No. My stream deck is just not on.
All right. I'm going to say hugs to the ladies, fist bumps to the guys. Stay safe. Stay strong. We're going to get through this. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
All right. I pressed the button, guys. 30 seconds to get your lemons over in dlive. me see, I'm getting close to 500 followers. I'm here on 473. Awesome. That's awesome, Lens. Anybody that hasn't subscribed over there, click on her name and go to her channel and subscribe or follow her. I forget what it's called over here. 5 seconds, guys. Hit the button. Hit the chest, I mean.
We'll get you hooked up, Lens. We'll try our best to get you that 500 mark.
Definitely. Definitely. All right, Nicole got 64.3. Patrick got 37.3. Freaky Geek got 27.3. Ron got 21.8. And Rain got 18.4.
That little bastard just walked in. You said Ryan, right?
No, Rain.
Oh, Rain.
He wasn't calling. He thought you.
I'm like, son of a bitch. He just walks in and gets fucking lemons.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. I hope you liked the little show we had for today. And we'll pick it up, like I said, next week. And then we'll just have, I don't know, I'll add something to it, I'm sure.
Or
You
she'll
know how
forget
we-
everything and
or-
do one or the other.
Yeah, one or the other. You know, either way.
Everyone, thanks for coming in.
Thank you guys so much for being here. Take care. Have a great night. Be safe. And remember, find something to make you smile with your eyes, guys. Love you guys.